What if the real reason you can't stop procrastinating isn't about laziness, but about how your brain is wired? Welcome to the channel where we decode human behavior and reveal the hidden science behind productivity, motivation, and focus. In today's episode, we're diving into the hidden brain trick that makes you procrastinate less. You'll learn how one simple mental shift can help you defeat delay, crush your goals, and finally take control of your time. So before we begin rewiring your brain for unstoppable action, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications, and join the community that's unlocking peak mental performance one video at a time. 1. The procrastination paradox. Procrastination isn't just a bad habit, it's a battle between two parts of your brain: the limbic system, which seeks pleasure now, and the prefrontal cortex, which plans for the future. When the limbic system wins, you end up scrolling instead of working. The key is learning how to make the future feel real enough to motivate the present. This is where brain training comes in. You can trick your mind into seeing long-term rewards as immediate satisfaction. Small, tangible progress signals reward circuits in your brain, creating momentum. The paradox is that by taking tiny steps now, you unlock massive achievements later. 2. The dopamine delay loop. Every time you delay a task, your brain releases a tiny bit of dopamine as relief from stress. That's why procrastination feels good in the moment. It's chemically rewarding failure. The trick is to retrain your brain to link dopamine with progress instead of avoidance. When you celebrate small wins, even writing a single sentence or completing one small task, you shift the reward pattern. Over time, your brain craves productivity instead of distraction. This rewiring doesn't happen overnight, but grows stronger with repetition. The more you reward effort, not perfection, the less likely you are to delay. 3. The 5-minute rule reprogramming. When your brain anticipates effort, it resists action. That's why getting started is the hardest part. The 5-minute rule hacks this system by telling your brain you'll only work for 5 minutes. Once you start, momentum takes over, and you often go far beyond those 5 minutes. It tricks your mental resistance by lowering the barrier of entry. You stop waiting for motivation and start relying on movement. Over time, your brain associates beginning a task with ease instead of dread. This simple method breaks the perfectionism loop that feeds procrastination. 4. The fear of failure circuit. Most procrastination stems from fear of not doing it perfectly or being judged. Deep inside, your amygdala interprets this fear as a threat and shuts down action. To overcome it, you must desensitize your brain to failure by exposing it in small, controlled doses. Each time you finish something imperfectly and survive, your brain learns that failure isn't fatal. Gradually, your tolerance for risk grows, and procrastination fades. High achievers don't avoid failure, they build emotional resilience to it. The key is to focus on progress over perfection. Your brain starts valuing learning over approval. 5. The time perception distortion. Your brain perceives future tasks as harder than they actually are because of temporal discounting, the tendency to undervalue future rewards. That's why your brain delays difficult goals. It can't emotionally connect with the future version of you. Visualizing future success helps bridge this gap. Imagine completing the task vividly, how it feels, looks, and impacts your life. This visualization tricks your brain into believing the reward is immediate. When the future feels real, effort feels worth it. You stop thinking in someday mode and start taking action in today mode. 6. The focus flow trigger. Procrastination thrives in distraction. To destroy it, you must build a focus ritual that tells your brain it's time to enter flow. That could be lighting a candle, putting on specific music, or starting with the same phrase every time. Rituals anchor your brain in familiarity and reduce the friction of starting. Once the cue is repeated, your brain automatically shifts into deep work mode. Flow isn't about forcing focus, it's about removing friction. When your environment consistently signals it's time to create, your brain obeys without debate. 7. The emotional reward system reset. Your brain procrastinates when the emotional cost of action outweighs the reward. To reverse this, you must make the process feel emotionally rewarding. Pair tasks with something pleasurable: music, coffee, or positive affirmations. Over time, your brain links those pleasant emotions with productivity itself. The task stops feeling like a punishment and starts feeling like progress. Every time you reframe work as self-care, your motivation strengthens. Emotional reward is the key to consistency. 8. The micro-win momentum trick. Big goals overwhelm the brain, but micro-wins make it exciting. Every small task completed releases dopamine and creates a sense of achievement. Break large projects into bite-sized steps that can be completed quickly. Each tiny success strengthens your motivation loop, building momentum like a snowball rolling downhill. Your brain craves that consistent sense of completion, so it naturally seeks more progress. Soon you're no longer forcing effort, you're chasing achievement. Micro-wins don't just move you forward, they make success addictive. 9. The self-talk transformation. The way you speak to yourself directly affects how your brain responds to challenges. Negative self-talk triggers stress, which makes you freeze. Positive reinforcement, however, activates the prefrontal cortex, the logic and motivation center. Replace "I have to do this" with "I choose to do this." That shift creates ownership and eliminates resistance. When your self-dialogue becomes encouraging, your brain feels empowered rather than pressured. The words you use literally reshape your neural response to work. Over time, confidence replaces avoidance, and your inner critic transforms into your biggest ally. 10. The 2-minute dopamine reset. Whenever you feel stuck, perform a quick 2-minute reset stand. Breathe deeply and visualize completion. This short action floods your brain with oxygen and motivation chemicals. It resets your nervous system from freeze to focus. You'll notice that most procrastination fades when you simply change your physical and mental state. It's not about forcing effort, it's about sparking energy. This 2-minute reset reactivates dopamine pathways, reigniting momentum instantly. It's a mini ritual of control that breaks mental stagnation. And there you have it, the hidden brain trick that can make you procrastinate less and accomplish more than ever before. Remember, productivity isn't about forcing yourself to act, it's about understanding how your brain works and turning it into your biggest ally. So, if today's video helped you see your habits in a new light, make sure to hit that subscribe button, like the video, and share it with someone who struggles with procrastination. Join our growing community of thinkers and achievers who are mastering their minds, one decision at a time.